Hello once again, it's your boy Moon, and we're back for another Grand Arena season. This time it is 3v3, and I've already been doing a few feats and trying to do the unmanned or no reinforcement on ships and everything. And just very quickly, I will try and keep these Grand Arenas a little bit shorter, probably a little bit, I can't remember the word, maybe like dawdly. So just going to keep it fairly simple, and this time we're up against Brill Council. I had a look at his ships first and foremost. It tends to be where I first look at. Had a look at the history. He tends to put malevolence on defense, negotiator for offense, so I think I'll do the same on this one. Just checking here while I'm sort of checking his stats as well. Not too worried about that. That Skywalker speed on the Revan is a little bit slower than mine by about 20 speed, but it's more so Bastila that is the important one. Obviously, going for a Ray with this roster, fair bit of. I mean, it's 5.6 and I'm 5.7, so I've got 100k advantage on him, and he's nearly there. The Resistance heroes are pretty much done. And okay, so started off around about 12-15 hours in, and as I said before, that Talia team gets holds, Talia rather than Acolyte. Acolyte, in my opinion, is useless. Talia actually serves a purpose in there. Changed my mind in the chat. Not the chat, the comments anyway. Talking to chat, have been experimenting over on Twitch as well. I'll leave the link down below if you do want to follow, and might do a little bit over on Twitch, more so for like free thinking and just sort of like going in on 3v3 teams, what I like, what I don't like, and why they work, etc., or just sort of like chat and chill and whatever it is. So the link will be in the description down below as well. So looking at these, not too worried about the potency on or the damage on Boba Fett, and I'm not too worried about the tenacity over on Bossk either. So hence why Resistance or Training Ray, I don't really tend to use this team a lot. Don't really like it. A lot of the mods I used to have on this team have now disappeared, so it's kind of a little bit of a soft team at the moment. But I do like the bonuses that R2 gives, extra potency, etc. So, yeah, it's been a while. Little bit rusty, let's say, on 3v3. So this only in this first battle though. Trying to get down Boba quickly, but he had a huge amount of protection. Completely forgot that Boba, his lead adds like a huge amount of protection to bounty hunters. So misplay right in the first battle. Start as you mean to go on, but no, I mean this one was all right actually. So yeah, get the taunt out there. Bossk actually felt like not too bad. He's usually like an absolutely thick boy, but I do like R2 in there with the droids, just because of the stun capacity as well. Really does stop Bossk from like doing too much damage. But as I said, I wasn't really too worried about the potency, and we were able to get through Bossk pretty quick actually. And now it's just about like banner preservation. See if we can get full 54. If not, I mean, we've got to hold. We've got a couple of battles to play with. Let's put it that way. And yeah, nothing there yet. We need another Illuminated Destiny, so I don't think that's coming, but we'll see if we can get there anyway. So Boba Fett's going to go down. Dengar's got 2 stacks of expose on him. I don't think we're getting that one, so just try and tappy tap, and at this point I might get it over with. So 52 to start us off. Not bad. As I say, all I need really to do is one shot these. This Watt team with Droidica as well. Droidica relic level 3. I think mine is relic level 3 as well. So I know sort of it can be very dangerous anyway. Having a look at the offense, good speed on it, 200. It's going to gain an extra, 50% speed. So it's like it is a legit threat, so I don't want to go too light on this one, and I want to take in Rebels anyway. I mean, Rebels would be the counter for like what's his name, Dooku, and any separatist squad, it doesn't really change that much. So if I can get good, so managed to get rid of Watt there quite easily. Could do with a stun here. I don't really want Newt going while I deal with Droidica. So knock back the turn meter, that's fine. Knock back some, well, I didn't quite knock back some turn meter. It looked like when he got killed off, he actually started with full turn meter. I don't know whether that's mechanic or whether that's that was actually just like the turn order. So you can always let me know in the chat, all you big brains out there. So that went fine. 54, very happy with that one. And as I said, whatever the lineup of separatists, that's kind of going to be the play here. Looking at this first order team, so dominance is whatever team you put in there, it's going to be rough. They've got 100% counter chance. It's like not easy to pick up easy banners there. So I do like that Hux lead when it comes to 3v3, because dominance is going to be huge. There's a lot of characters who don't single fire. There's a lot of AoEs as well. Second misplay of the night was bringing in TIE Fighter Pilot. I thought, yeah, go for it. What could possibly go wrong? I was thinking about just doing EP and Vader, because they're not going to really counterattack Vader, so that was the nice thing. Went for an AoE here. Completely forgot my own advice on dominance. So rip. That's 2 banners gone right there. Had to cut this battle weirdly in the middle because I had a phone call from work. So as I said, that's why it looked a little bit janky. But otherwise, these 2 actually dealt with it. I mean, TIE Fighter Pilot did nothing. So there we go. That's a counter for you. EP and Vader work pretty well against that team. I know it's only Phasma. But, I mean, that works absolutely fine anyway. Merciless Massacre works pretty well with the ability blocks and everything. I'm feeling in pretty good shape there, looking at the back. So, having a look, these were the only 2 teams that really did like trip up on. He didn't trip up on any others. I'll just move that a second. And at the back there, didn't trip up on any of those. So seeing those back lines, I knew that he'd say pretty much most things on offense, same as myself actually. So now it's just about getting a decent score. And the reason that I went for Jedi here as opposed to Gas, if this battle goes well, so there's no B2 there, so I'm not really too worried about it. Just need to like get him out of stealth really. So you can see B1's got a turn coming up. Don't want to use that mark yet. So, but I do want to get the foresight out there as well. That will help me with banner recovery. That was a nice big hit actually. Now Grievous is going to take his turn anyway next, so I may as well kill off IG Magna Guard. I'm going to take a big hit there, so it's kind of like a twofer. Going to go in here against General Grievous, and any AoEs that I can do here is going to knock down the stacks. Again, I'm not really too bothered. I've stuck a potency cross on Grandmaster Yoda just simply because I do like, before I was finding it hard to strip turn meter off Grievous. So I'm going to work down on the stacks. Eventually we're going to get there. Lots of attacks out of turn, and it's just more about banner management on this one than anything else. So we're able to strip more turn meter there, and I would highly recommend, rather than offense, would highly recommend if you are countering with Jedi with General Grievous, then completely go for that potency cross on Grandmaster Yoda, because it really does help out in controlling that turn meter as well. Thoughts on 3v3. Now, I actually loved 3v3 in the last season, and the last season for me was 9-3, so it was a decent record. Nothing amazing by all stretch of the imagination, but I did like really enjoy it anyway. And with that, it was a case of I didn't feel right going back to 5v5, and actually I felt at home at 3v3 by the end of that season, and kind of like, yeah, as I said, I really do enjoy 3v3. I really enjoy the teams. I enjoy the quicker battles. I enjoy the strategy of it. I enjoy using the whole of your roster if you need to. So for me personally, I quite like it. The only thing I don't like about it really is Galactic Legends, how incredibly tough they are if you don't have the counters. They're tough even 5v5, let alone 3v3. I mean, I guess we had that issue with Malak when he first came round. And as I said, I use Malik here on the clone team with Rex in. He's not going to, any other team there, he's going to absolutely eat that shot, no problem at all. But as I say, I really do like 3v3. There is one Ray in my pool, non-ultimate. And weirdly enough, in hindsight as well, so I'm doing this recording afterwards, the Ray actually lost the first round. As to whether it was a straight up fight or whatever, I mean, it is an interesting juxtaposition where obviously the inflated roster will leave you short, but 3v3, they're so overpowered. So that's the only thing I don't really like about 3v3. Otherwise, I absolutely love 3v3 on like a balanced playing field. So I mean, matchmaking is a funny old thing, don't pretend to understand exactly how it works, but I mean, it seems fairly fair. Top 80 characters, or I think 3v3 it's top 65 maybe. But yeah, I mean, that's how I have no issues with the matchmaking a lot of the time. You're ahead in some, you're behind in some. It doesn't really bother me that much. Acolyte, can I get a cheap kill here? Nope. I was just trying to really get rid of her before she goes into stealth because it's a little bit easier then. Okay, so nice hit from Boba Fett there. Now I can start working on the contract. Okay, there's a lot of plague there, so I'm not really too worried too much about it. I've got a lot of recovery, and as I said, I'm just heading straight for the contract here. Okay, more plague, but I'm just going to carry on spamming until I've got sort of max banners. Okay, let's get rid of you. Let's get rid of you. Okay, so the Zeta over on Jango Fett, incredibly good. Can't recommend it highly enough. So, yeah, this one, 2 men is fine. I don't really mirror match with Darth Revan at all. I don't really like it. It's horrendous banners. So this is fine. There's no real revive mechanic, so put a shock out there, do the work. Decker's going to bring her back, but as I said, I'm not really too worried. And then go straight through Decker. Can't really get any banners back, so it's 54, which is fine. I don't mind that. And then this one against Old Republic, I can't remember for the life of me who did it, but I was pretty impressed actually. It was Kylo OG. And he was able to, I think it was quite high level as well, he was able to solo this team. And I was trying to think about it as well, actually. You probably need to run a huge amount of tenacity maybe, or tenacity and damage maybe. But it was a really interesting one where he was just able to like absolutely cut through Zalbar, didn't have any issues. As I said, I guess blind is the only issue, which is fine here because you can control it. Or you can control mission with the stun, but I'll try and find it for you again. But yeah, again, if you know how to solo with Kylo here, it's let me know in the comments below on how to build and how to mod for it, because I thought that's an incredibly good counter. Actually, it's like super efficient. Finished with 56 banners as well. So 3 teams up here now. I am a little bit sport for choice. I ended up with probably too many options on attack, but I was undersizing a lot, soloing and 2-manning, so you're going to have a little bit left over. So this one here, I'm not really too worried about this. It should be fine, but out of courtesy, I'll go for Shakti first. And Clone Sergeant isn't going to do much there, so 55 on that one. So now 2 teams, and I've got quite a lot left, as I said. So it's going to be Galactic Republic. I don't like the option of 2 versus 3 here. Kind of just want to get the, like, keep it clean really. So I want to get a bit of protection up here, because Kylo's going to take his turn. If I can one-shot here, that'd be brilliant. Nice. Again, stun, I'm not really worried about the stun. I'm going to just, like, absolutely mollywop them. There we go. So 54 banners, nice and efficient on that one. And then we've got this last team here. So I've got Treya, but... so I was thinking about controlling that, but Grand Admiral Thrawn isn't a Sith, so he's not going to gain that crit avoidance benefit from Treya. But it works anyway, so I thought, well, banner-wise, I'll probably go with Shaak Ti here and see if it's any better with the banners, which, again, it's arguable which one is and which one isn't. You can regain a little bit. Shaak Ti, the thinking going into it was that actually I'll go for, like, offense, and I'll go for Rex as well. Just deal with them with a big hit, maybe. And kind of don't actually want to taunt at all here. And yeah, getting through B2. This was a thick B2 actually. This like surprised me how thick it was actually. Spent way longer than I needed to, but I guess the thinking was as well, getting Django out of that damage immunity is probably the most important thing as well. So get rid of this guy. I have got Rex here, so I've got to be a little bit careful with the turn meter reduction. So it kind of worked out all right with B2 being in there and being a relic one. So again, I certainly want to keep a banner for Rex's full health. The others are looking pretty good at this stage. Right, now we're on to Dooku. Oh god, that's a lot of counter attacks. So here I should have finished him, and I didn't, because I got cute and wanted to try and get banners. Honestly, if you have the chance to finish anything, Dooku, just do it, because this guy just absolutely wrecked my banners. And if I remember right, he hits, like, through protection, so yeah, absolute worst play I could have ever had. And yeah, just finish it basically. So we're 51, so not great banners there, but whether I took Treya in or whether I took Shaak Ti in, it wouldn't have really mattered, I don't think. Maybe 52 with Sith Triumvirate. We're talking about a banner here. So this one, fine, I just want to go all out damage. So Ahsoka Tano there, reinforcement is going to be 5s. And then we've got a tank, we've got Plo Koon as well. Let these guys line up. Always want to go through Vulture Droid first. You usually get these 2 turns. In we go. Right, so now we know we've dealt with that one. We don't have to worry about which Vulture Droid is left on the field. Didn't stick Breach, weirdly. I don't know if that's an in mechanic or it has incredibly high tenacity or whatever. I do want to be careful here, so I do want to counter and cleanse, especially when Ahsoka doesn't have that, like, guarantee of a what do you call it, like an extra life basically. So as soon as they start hitting with the buzz droids, it can really go south pretty quickly as well. I'm absolutely loving Malevolence Fleet and wish I would have maxed it out before Negotiator, weirdly. But yeah, absolutely love it. Probably about, I think can't remember, I think I'm about halfway to 7-star, so that'll be nice finishing that up and consistently being able to take out. I mean, in Arena I don't tend to have many problems, it's like 9 out of 10. But yeah, I think it's the best fleet in the game, in all honesty, and it really makes me want to relic my Geo Sun Fac. Like, it's that good a fleet. So Biggie here, not enough, but again, we're looking good in terms of banners, health, and all it is, we just want to win one shot. And there we go. So that wraps up that one. It was quite a big score difference in the end. 2471 to 2425. So I'll work out the average on the defense as well and see if it was an actual decent one. Leicester 2, so we'll see how we're doing on that defense at the moment. I might go a little bit harder for the next round, might keep it the same, I don't know. I'll work out what the average was, because he kept quite a lot for offense, so I'll work out the average for it and then decide on it as well. Hopefully you've enjoyed. I've been Moon. Once again, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed and you want to see more Star Wars Galaxy Heroes videos, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers guys.